Hi friends, this is Rajeshwari releasing my first video on education psychology, which is going to be helpful for Army Public School recruitment examination, and this examination will be conducted by the Union Government on the 21st and 22nd, that is central government by on 21 and 22 of November 2020. So those who have applied for this already, so all the very best. So let me prepare one of the important concept, that is educational psychology, for in this video. So the first question is the best definition, the best definition of educational psychology. So here they have given one definition for psychology, educational psychology, and they are asking who said this. So educational psychology is a study of teaching and learning. Who has given this? This has been given by whom? Is it W. Kolsnick or James Ross or Charles E. Skinner or N.L. Mann? See, the option is Charles E. Skinner. So Skinner has said these words, that is educational psychology is the study of teaching and learning. So you can remember this, Charles E. Skinner. Second question is, who said this? The boundaries of educational psychology are unlimited and changing. See, the boundaries of educational psychology, yes or no? So the education psychology is elaborated, right? So that is unlimited and also changing. So who has given this? Is it William James or Gates or Hurlock or none of the above? The option is Gates. Gates has given these words, that is the boundaries of educational psychology are unlimited and changing. Fine. So the third question is, can we say that educational psychology is general psychology plus educational implications? So yes, a question is true or false? So education psychology is a general psychology also, and also educational implications also. That means education psychology can also be applied in other fields, in education fields or in other fields also. So the option is true. The option is true, yes. Next, the fourth question is, general psychology and educational psychology are dissimilar. Are they similar or dissimilar? So in that educational psychology, so that means if they are dissimilar, that means education psychology is concerned with the child and not with the adult. Is it only the education psychology concerned only about the child, not with the adult? No, the option is wrong. So it is concerned only with the various aspects of learning, only for the learning purpose? No, not exactly. So next, it is deals only with the applications and not with the theory. So this option is also incorrect. So therefore, the correct option is selects and emphasizes certain data from general field. So this educational psychology and general psychology are dissimilar. So therefore, it selects and emphasizes certain data and general field also. So the D is the correct option. Now coming to the fifth question, the major contribution educational psychology might be expected toward modern education lies in area of dash. That is, the major contribution education psychology might be expected to make toward modern education lies in the area of refinement of the research techniques through which educational problems might be solved. So this will be the correct option. So if you want options, I'll read out for you. So clarification of goals of modern education. So no, this is not the option. Or re-evaluation of the principles of progressivism. No, this is not the option. So reconsideration of educational experiences from the standpoint of their contribution to pupil growth. No. So this is also incorrect. So it is the major contribution of educational psychology might be expected to make toward modern education lies in the area of refinement of the research techniques through which educational problems might be solved. So this is the correct option. Now coming to the sixth question, psychology's major contribution in education lie in providing a scientific foundation for the art of teaching, or defining the goals for which the teacher should strive, or identifying the potentially successful educational procedures, or comparing the relative effectiveness of various teaching procedures. So I repeat the question. Psychology's major contribution in education lie in comparing relative effectiveness of various teaching procedures. So D is the correct option. So coming to the seventh question. Seventh question is here. Educational psychology is oriented toward. So educational psychology is oriented towards dash. So it is the study of the peculiarities of individual children. Is it only peculiarities of individual children? No, not exactly. So second option, the application of the principles and techniques of psychology to the situation of the problems of the classroom. Yes, the correct option is the application of the principles and also techniques of psychology to the situation of the problems of the classroom. So this is what education psychology is oriented toward. So let's continue eighth question here. The primary aim of educational psychology is. So what is the primary aim of education psychology? It is to contribute to an understanding of sound educational practices. So if you want options, you can just go through it. That is to provide the teacher with a greater appreciation of his role in the education of the child. No. So education psychology is not giving not giving more appreciations towards the role of education of the child. Yes or no? Yes, so this option is wrong. It is not irrelevant to this. So to provide the academic background essential for effective teaching, not only this. Yes or no? So it is to provide a theoretical framework for educational research. So it does not give only theoretical, it also gives practical also. So this option is also incorrect. So the correct option is to contribute to an understanding of sound educational practices. So this is the primary aim of educational psychology. Now coming to the ninth question, it is according to psychology, all education is it deliberate, or functional, or purposive, or self-education? So according to psychology, all education is self-education. So this is the appropriate answer. Now coming to the 10th question, educational psychology is both a science as well as an art. So do you agree with this? Is it both science and as well as art? Yes, the option is yes. It is both science and also art also. Next, 11th question is the study of a child in which data are collected from a number of sources and integrated in order to help understand and eventually solve a problem. So what is this? What type of method it is? So the study of a child in which data are collected. So in which cases we are collecting data? It is in case study or in clinical method or in experimental method or genetic method. So it is well known that it is in case study we collect the data from all the from each child and we just integrate. Yes or no? Integrate with the other information, so we get the output. So the correct option is case study. In case study we collect the data. Now coming to the 12th question, where was first experiment set up? So where was first experiment set up? So the options are Berlin, Boston, Frankfurt, or Leipzig. So the option is Leipzig is the correct option. So when was the first experiment set up? So when was that? It was in 1890 or in 1879 or in 1857 or none of the above. So the first experiment was set up in the year 1879. Now coming to the 14th question, experimental method has mainly designs such as single group or control group or rotation group or all the above. So experimental method, so it can be done in single group also, control group also, and rotation group also, all the above. So the correct option is D, that is all the above. Next, the oldest method in psychology. So which is the oldest method? Is it introspection or observation or case study or clinical study? So it is introspection. This is the oldest method, wherein introspection is nothing but learning about the inward character. So is it possible to learn inward character of anybody? So it is the oldest method. So it was not qualified. It is not valid method also. So A is the correct option. That is the oldest method of psychology is introspection. Next, what is that introspection as a method stand? That is it a functional school or behaviorists or psychoanalysts or Gestalt. So it is behaviorists. So introspection means it is behaviorism. So okay, fine. Next, coming to the 17th question, it is name the method which deals with time and promotes his adjustment. So there are so many methods in psychology which deals with time and promotes adjustment also. That is time and promotes his adjustment. Is it case study or questionnaire or clinical method? Yes or no? Or experimental method. So question is time and promotes adjustment. It is clinical method. C is the correct option. Coming to the 18th question, educational psychology is concerned with, so for whom it is concerned? Is it only for the learner or for the learning process or the learning situation, or see the next option? It is all the above. The option is all the above. That means it is educational psychology is concerned with the learner also and learning process also and the learning situation also. Of course, it is all the above. So it deals with everything. That is, I repeat this, education psychology concerned with all the three: learner, learning process and also learning situations. Next thing is, what is the 19th question? Let's see here. Some authors classify methods of education. Some authors classify methods of educational psychology as distal method, proximal method, or A or B, both distal method or proximal method. So either neither A or neither B nor B. So the option is both. That is, some authors classify methods of educational psychology as both distal method and also proximal method. Okay, fine. You can see the question here. Next, the last question which I am going to discuss in this video is the 20th question. That is, the content of educational psychology includes. So what does this education psychology includes here? So it includes whether it is includes special items concerning teaching and learning, or wide-ranging items concerning human motivation and learning. So special items concerning processes of education in particular, or none of the above. See, the correct option is wide-ranging items concerning human motivation and also learning. So this is the wide content that is of educational psychology, which includes human motivation and also learning. So by this I'm going to end this video. So here onwards I'm going to release so many videos based on Army Public School examination. So you know the syllabus. It is child psychology and also methodology, pedagogy and also English comprehension and also the general awareness. Yes, no? So hope you are all preparing well. So all the very best for your examinations. So those who are seeing this video for the first time, I mean that's my channel for the first time, you can subscribe my channel, that is Lakshan Learn Maths. So basically it was started for the mathematics channel. So now I'm helping for all the exam aspirants. So see you again in my next video. Till then, all the best from Rajeshwari. Thank you. Have a nice day.